How well do we remember the words of the year?
Welcome to Good Mythical More.
Merriam-Webster, the dictionary dude, every year he names a word of the year. And I don't know how many years he's been doing it for. Maybe we will discover that over the course of this conversation. Stevie, you're gonna give us one of these words.
I think he's dead.
And we're gonna guess the year that it's from.
Yes, that part of what you said is correct.
Okay. And what's he up to these days?
You're gonna need to, we're talking about a time period. We're all in 2000s. 2000s. Anything that starts with the 2 is fair game, I'd say. Because I want you to
When do you think they
concentrate
started doing words of the year? Anyway, words of the year is so internet anyway.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Nobody cared about that, and in the newspaper.
Merriam is with the times, man.
okay.
When did he die? I want to know.
You'll see.
And how did he die? I want to know.
Okay, we're gonna look when they started doing the words. 2003. When did?
And what's the
he
worst
die?
thing he did? Like, would he be canceled?
It's not a guy. It's George and Charles. It's 2 guys.
I'm not saying tell me now. I'm saying tell me later.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but Webster gets more of the love though, because Webster's dictionary. A lot of times they don't include the Merriam.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give you a word. You're gonna try and guess the year based on vibes. Put yourself back in history, but only in the past. 23 years.
Okay.
Authentic.
Okay. Authentic was. This was when the internet was shifting a little bit. There's actually been 2 authenticity waves.
Whoa. I have a guess.
And I think that the first one was probably when people started recognizing like the reality of creatordom.
Fakeness in people.
No. This is when people started.
It was a buzzword.
There was a cohort of people actually doing online content for real, and the way that
it's great
traditional
because
world
it's
is so
authentic. Yeah.
So literally like 2012.
Oh, that was going to be my guess.
Okay, then 2012 is our answer.
2012.
What's the second wave?
The second wave is
Might have been earlier.
The second.
Apparently,
there's a more recent wave, which is.
I didn't know there was a second wave.
Yeah, there's a second wave of authenticity, but I don't think it's as big as the first wave.
We're talking pre-pandemic still? 2019, was it that close to 2012? Maybe the first wave was 2010. So then you got 2020. Every decade starts off with an authenticity era.
I'm gonna say it's
more?
2013.
There's a more recent wave because another type of content in response to another type.
Stand-up comedy?
Oh, AI. So I'm gonna say 2025.
The word of the year in 2025 was authentic? 2024.
2023.
2023.
And it was because of conversations about AI, celebrity culture, identity, and social media.
Okay, all right, okay,
Started
whatever.
back then.
We're thinking the right things.
Yeah, you're pretty
but
good.
We're not getting in the right place yet.
Blog.
Blog, oh God!
Online journal where the writer presents a record of activities, thoughts, or beliefs.
This is, if they started in 2003,
Also known as a blog.
then I think this might be 2003. I think this might be the first year. If it's not the first year, it's the second year.
I think it might be 2002, 2001.
Did you say 2003 was the first year we could choose?
Yeah.
I think it might be 2001.
Okay. I'm gonna go with 2003, the first year.
2003.
2004.
The blog
But close.
years.
Yeah.
2004.
Yeah. Became hugely popular in 2004 and started to influence mainstream media.
Hold on, we had
It's so interesting that
had-
what
had
you're doing
blogs.
right now is we are accessing experiential memories. We're not accessing some historical teachiness. This is not something we taught. This is something that we lived
Okay, I'm
as adults.
glad that doesn't exist.
So that's why we're good at this. It's kind of like when somebody looks at my closet and says, well, where'd you get those pants?
Okay.
Or something.
Our two little websites that we had,
I invite people into my closet.
they don't exist anymore. And I'm not going to say them because then we have to make them and then make them fake.
Okay, that was a dead end.
Okay.
Okay, this one's pretty straightforward. Bailout.
All right, so this is the financial crisis
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is my nose itching so much? Like, that popcorn was hot.
Hot.
We were struggling.
How many pieces of it did you have?
When they cut, we were like, milk. I think I ate 4 pieces.
Oh, well, that's your problem. I ate 2.
I looked at how many pieces you got, and I said, well, I'll do the same. And I thought you had 4, but what did you made it look like you had 4, but you only had 2.
I thought it was only 2.
And I was like, milk. And then, so they run out to get milk. They come back with a gallon of milk, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. It's right there. I can see it. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to feel better. I was struggling. Start smelling the milk. It's like, what? It was bad? Yeah. It was bad. It was sour. I'm glad you checked because that would have been insult to injury right there.
Hold on, I drank it.
No, you didn't. I said, just get half and half, which I recently drank.
I drank half and half?
Yeah, that was half and half.
I thought it was good milk.
It was
I hadn't had milk this thick in a while.
It's the best milk, dude.
Dang.
I took some cereal on a trip weekend before last, and I ordered the cereal. If you're taking a little short trip on a weekend, order your groceries, have them delivered. It's a little treat, so you don't have to waste your time. They didn't bring any milk, so here I am eating my cereal with half and half,
Oh, it can be done.
which was great.
As we just proved.
And then I ordered from another place because we didn't have a car to deliver me milk. And you know, when it says if it's not available, then here's the second thing you'd get. And it was like, well, okay, if they don't have milk at this place too, just give me chocolate milk. And then, because I was like, and then I started secretly hoping that they didn't have milk so that I could eat my cereal with chocolate milk.
That's a good idea.
And then I saw the app said, we don't have milk. What do you want us to get? Confirming. But by the time I saw it, they had already gotten.
Where are you ordering this food from? They don't have milk.
We're on a ski trip to Tahoe, Lake Tahoe. So I think it was one of those, like, everybody's in town and they're buying the milk.
They got no milk in Tahoe, huh?
Apparently. And then I started to get really excited about this chocolate milk in my Frosted Mini Wheats. And it shows up and it was just a chocolate protein bottle.
Oh, God.
So I needed a bailout. End of story. You know, put a little button on it to bring us back to the game. Professional stuff.
So you haven't been in our office fridge in a minute then? Or have you? I'm just asking because yesterday I looked in there and we have, you know how we used to have those little squeeze packs that have like yogurt or applesauce and they're like for children?
Yeah.
But they're really delicious.
Yeah.
Now we have the exact same thing, but the packaging looks like it's for adults.
Great.
It says something like, what is it? Does anyone remember what it says? It says like extreme, but it's like extreme
it probably says
applesauce.
Like, does it say ass on it?
It says something, yeah.
hell.
It says ass. It's
hell.
just ass packets.
Squeeze the hell out of this ass.
Yeah, I was quite. Oh no, it says active. It says active. That's
and
what
it's shaped
says.
like an ass, and you can squeeze it.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they're
exactly
not
what
adult packets.
Oh.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just apple sauce for adults.
All right.
I was quite excited.
My nose is itchy.
Truthiness. Truth coming from the gut, not books. Preferring to believe what you wish to believe rather than what is known to be true.
Okay, so we are in an age of truthiness.
I hate this word, by the way. It's like, it's not a word.
Well,
It is not a word.
yeah, but you know what this is people doing their own research. So we're in the
Is this fake news stuff? When fake news really started to happen?
yeah.
Well, this is, yes,
Or
and this
or just social
word,
media.
I don't think this necessarily gives you a hint. It was created by Colbert.
Oh, 2010.
No, it's not that early.
Yeah, that's early.
This is like 2016.
2016.
2017,
When was the election?
2016.
It's older than that.
2020.
Well, that's younger. So, is it stuff that if it led up to that point? Interesting.
This is the year I graduated from high school.
Oh wow. Okay, I did not.
Oh, don't say oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I mean, you graduated from high school would be 2006.
Yeah.
This is that old?
Excuse me.
This is
As far as words go, I mean,
And Colbert came up with it?
Stevie, for a word, you are old.
Yeah.
But for a person, you're not.
I know, it's okay.
It was in the Colbert Report. It was like a very tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Like you said, you hate the word link. Like it was meant to be like a word that sucked.
You're back from the bathroom?
Oh, you guys know I was in the bathroom?
Matt, we've told you so many times we can hear the door. When it opens, it sounds so loud.
Well, why do they have a door there?
And it's always only you.
Why do they have a door? Yeah, let's get rid of the bathroom door.
I mean,
Let's solve the problem.
this seems like victim blaming.
Oh, next
Next.
word, gaslighting.
Okay, yeah.
Look at how
Gaslighting
long
is-
the definition is. This is why people like me don't really still understand what gaslighting is, because the definition is too long to read.
Gaslighting became popular at the same time that everyone concluding that a member of their family was a narcissist became very popular. You know, like that. That
So over
was
the-
kind of like the same year.
When they were living together in the pandemic. 2022.
2022? Yeah.
A psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception of reality, or memories, and typically lead to confusion, loss of confidence and self-esteem, certainty of one's emotional or mental stability, and a dependency on the perpetrator. Wait.
Or is that what it means?
It says that 2022 saw a 1,740% increase in lookups for the word lookups. Can we say searches for the word
Yeah. Look up is going to be the word of the year this
Yeah,
year.
lookups.
lookups.
How many lookups you got in 2026?
Okay.
That was, you got it right in the first guess. This
We
is
lived
also
it.
not
We
a
lived it.
word. Woot. Woot. Expressing joy. Woot, but W00.
Yeah, I was like, are those zeros?
This is when texting became mainstream.
It's not to be confused with whoomp. There it is. Whoomp. Woot. Woot. Woot woot. Woot.
2006. 2007.
2004.
Correct. 2007.
Good work. Good work.
Okay.
Never used that. I don't think I have. Woot.
Are we good at this?
I think that
Well,
you're getting
we
like
lived it.
better as you go on.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
best
is
at
this
the
impressive?
history that
Which-
I lived firsthand.
Is why you're gonna nail this one. The word is feminism.
Now, what does that mean?
The theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes? Feminism.
That's an interesting theory. I mean, but hey, it's just a theory.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe in it. I am
like
one.
gravity.
I am one. When did this become the word of the year?
I don't know. Me Too movement? I mean, if we're in the 2000s, we have to. Because women, they first started to vote in 2000.
Right around the same time that this Words of the Year came out. One of the first things they voted for was that there would be Words of the Year.
This is yeah. I don't think you think they would come out of the gate with feminism.
It doesn't seem creative enough to be associated with like every word has been.
You're scaring me. This
No,
is a
I'm
very creative word.
No, I'm just saying that like you've got multiple, waves of feminism, and like this was first talked about decades
This is
ago.
tied to an event, a political event, but we've had so many
Political
that
events.
it's difficult to recall.
So this is Hillary running for office.
So 2016? Did we say 2016 already?
Have we said that?
Close.
2015.
2017, the Women's March on Washington, D.C.
Oh, the Women's
January
the Women's
2017.
March. So it was, so when Hillary lost, I don't know. I was there.
Let's save our mental.
I wasn't there.
Mental health.
I mean, you were there, and
Spirit.
It was saying like you were alive during.
I was alive, yeah.
You were alive.
Yeah.
Okay, this is just a layup. Pandemic.
2020.
Yeah.
An
And why?
outbreak of a disease. Because that's when the disease broke out.
6 years ago, y'all.
What's the frequency of the pandemic coming up in conversation these days, 6 years later?
Well, it depends on the reference. Because you don't hear it.
any reference. Just
You hear it more as like a time period. Like we've discussed it. Like less the
Yeah, so it might. Does it come
the
up once a
disease,
week now? Once a month? Are we at once a
think
month?
At
pretty
least once a
often.
month.
Twice a month?
yeah.
I think maybe
Once a week.
month.
We're
now.
we're on weekly back here.
Oh, really?
We have a weekly pandemic meeting.
Well, anytime you're trying to figure out when something happened, it's like I think it was pre-pandemic. Like everyone,
Yeah.
and also anything that's post-pandemic, you can't remember what year it was.
But you just made a joke about everybody got gaslighting when they lived with their family during the pandemic.
Right.
It comes up all the time.
Comes up all the time.
But those
when you're
years-
talking about dates.
2020 to
that one
2026, it's really hard for me to remember specific events tied to specific years. I just can't do it. Like if you say, tell me what happened in 2021 or 2022 or 2023, I'd be like, I got to go to my photos app. I can't think about it like that. If you start asking me like what happened in 2008, 2009, 2010, distinct memories start popping up. What happened? Am I the only one that thinks this way?
No, I think it's because the pandemic,
It flattened
flowed
time.
into so many time periods that it's hard to remember.
flattened
Plus, that's exactly
time.
when we
That's
told
why it's called a
Carney about the
pan.
bathroom door having a sound and not to use it, and clearly he doesn't remember.
I used to come in when nobody was here during the pandemic, and I would use that bathroom door, and I won't stop. I refuse.
It's cleaned up in there now. It's not scary anymore.
Well, you haven't seen since I've been in there.
Get the Mythical Outdoor Blanket as a Third Degree quarterly or annual member by March 31st at mythicalsociety.com.